What's going on, guys? Big changes coming to PvP. If you guys have not seen the new patch notes for 1.12, the Crucible is going to be getting a facelift. It is really going to be changing out there, guys. They are looking to change the way that green ammo spawns as well as the purple ammo, so special ammo as well as heavy ammo. And this is not as simple as a numbers change. They're not just going to give you less, they are changing the mechanics to how you get ammo. One of the big changes that's going to happen is now that special ammo crates are going to be limited. There's also going to be less, and one of the questions on my mind is how much less? Also, are different weapons going to be weighed differently? Is there going to be more ammo for a sniper versus a shotgun? Is there going to be an added benefit now to actually getting armor that gives you a boost to the ammo for whatever gun you happen to be using? It's also going to change even how we do bounties. If you remember during Inferno, heavy ammo only came in twice and it made it a lot harder to get your bounty for getting 15 kills with your rocket launcher. Is 15 kills with the sniper rifle now going to be a lot harder? Is it going to take a lot longer because of that lack of ammo? I don't know. I need answers. And I'm just going to be throwing some things out there because I know why the change had to happen. If you notice here, I doubled up on my bricks and I'm just going to have heavy ammo for the remainder of this game, and it used to be pretty close. But using heavy ammo in this way is going to let me run away with it. And I think this is what the changes are trying to address. The momentum shifts were huge. The ability to leave bricks on the ground for when you needed them in the most opportune moment made it so there was huge momentum shifts in the Crucible. If you needed to get a really important flag, you could grab your heavy ammo when no one else had some, come out swinging, and pretty much take the game from there. And there were a lot of strategies like you saw previously. You could double up on them at the end of the game, huge momentum shift again, or you can just save them for those opportune times when you really needed a flag. And the way that they're trying to address the heavy ammo is by putting despawn conditions, and that's actually really vague because that can mean a number of things. Is it going to be so you can still drop the brick but you have to grab it within a minute? What about if you die, then the brick leaves? It can be possibly both, because they wanted a turn from heavy ammo to regular gameplay. And by the way, shots like that you can make in a lot of the maps. You can do it here as well. Grab your heavy ammo, shoot it to the opposite side, and no one gets it. This was another strategy from before. When things weren't safe, you could just go over the heavy ammo, let your buddies get it, come back, grab it, and then do your thing. That may not be something that's possible, but if the despawn condition is something different, like you dying, then leaving heavy ammo on the ground is still possible. I am a big fan of trying to stop the enemy team from grabbing heavy ammo, and I find supers to be one of the best ways to do it. Which one you're going to use is totally up to you. They're all viable for taking the heavy ammo. They all have their strengths. Some of them a lot stronger were coming in because of the damage reduction, and then some of the skills are just better. Like arc blades are actually really good. If you learn to zigzag, it's really hard to get shot when you're using it. And I'm going to expect different strategies to emerge. If the despawn timer for the heavy ammo is based on time or deaths, people are going to find ways to get around it. One scenario is that people are actually just going to camp at the back of the level and wait for the heavy ammo to expire on the opposite team by people just killing each other. And this is just a little thing that I want to point out. Usually rocket launchers with the pre-detonation are godly, but on some of the smaller maps you may actually want to try just a vanilla rocket launcher that does not have pre-detonation, because then you can actually aim it where you want and you can try to get more multi-kills. When they blow up in front of the first guy, then typically that's all you'll get, maybe the guy behind him. But if you can actually aim it for the spot between their feet or on the wall, whichever it may be, you may end up with a lot more kills. So that's something you may want to consider for the smaller levels. And you can see this was another trick. Some people would lose out on heavy ammo because they ran around when you can actually just be on top or below, and then you would spawn the brick if one of the randoms on your team happened to get it before you got there. And those were little tricks. And I think that there's going to be different tactics, again, because now all heavy ammo boxes are going to be important, so you're going to be applying what you used to apply just to heavy ammo to all other ammo types in the game. So back to this despawn conditions that they're talking about the heavy ammo, because they wanted it to go from heavy ammo play back to regular play. Are they possibly going to do it for after 3 minutes all heavy ammo is just gone, it's reset to 0 even if it's in your hand? That would be an interesting mechanic. There's a lot of things that they can really do in regards to this despawn conditions that they're proposing. I just hope it doesn't come to the point where everybody just ends up staying at the back of their level because they don't want to lose it. And green ammo, what they said that they've done for that is to make it not as hardcore as the heavy ammo, is to give it a big radius. But what does that mean? Is it going to be like a quarter of the map, so you just have to be in like 1 of 4 quadrants? If you split the map up into 4 squares, that would be pretty simple. And to me, that would be like, okay, you just have to be somewhat close around certain times. I don't know if it's going to be like the heavy ammo where it does the times where it comes in at 9, 6, maybe it'll be every 2 minutes. These are things that we're going to have to wait and see, but I hope there is a balance. And maybe it turns out to actually just be a lot like the hand cannon changes. They're barely noticeable to some people. There is a lot of things to wait for here, but the patch nonetheless brings up a lot of really good points. If you think about it, when you get 4 rockets times 3, that's 12 kills, and for a lot of people that's actually half or at least a third of their kills. That's a lot of kills coming from heavy ammo, and I think what they're trying to do now is circumvent that, bring back the regular gunplay, as well as more teamwork into the Crucible. This is going to be now as important as generating orbs. Taking care of green ammo for your teammates is going to be super important, and waiting for them. And this score, we were down here. This was actually a really cool game because we ended up holding this heavy ammo, and from here we make a huge comeback. Everyone has heavy ammo, and I think it's going to be a lot of the same as well for now just regular ammo. Being like, hey, I have a sniper, I have a shotgun, is going to be a big deal now. And there's also a couple of other changes. I'm going to tell you about that as soon as I'm done here. I just wanted to show you guys, it's kind of a courtesy that you do not aim your heavy ammo in the same direction as someone else. It's kind of like when somebody has a super, you want to give them the right of way. Allow them to get the kill so they can get more orbs. It's going to get your team a lot more kills because you guys aren't going to be doubling up, and you're not going to be wasting your heavy ammo on a kill that somebody else is going to get. Now, I'm also somebody that runs a universal remote and sniper. This is something that can totally affect my build. Maybe now that I'm not going to have enough sniper ammo to actually compete in the midfield, making the game a lot harder. So these are things, again, I'm going to have to wait to see. They're also going to be changing the notifications, visual as well as the audio. They're going to make it so you have an extra 5 seconds to get to the ammo, the heavy ammo, once it's called out. And there's also going to be a visual timer. If this is going to apply to the special ammo, that would be great because I think it's going to be super important and you probably don't want to miss it anymore. I think a nice visual timer, maybe a pie that fills up or counts down, would be fantastic. And that's going to make a huge difference on people getting it. And in pub groups where you don't have coordination, I don't want to see those people get penalized so harsh for not being in the same location because there was no call out. They definitely need a fair chance to get there, whether it be through audio cues, visual cues, or just the radius of the spawn of the heavy ammo, whichever it may be. There's got to be something that's going to make it a little bit easier. And there's a lot of changes that may still be done to this game type in regards to ammo. Heavy ammo, special ammo, maybe even regular ammo, so there'll have to be more fist-cutting and shoulder charges. Okay, I'm joking, we've probably seen enough of those already. But I hope this showed you guys some things about heavy ammo to consider. I'm hoping to see new tactics emerge. I'm also hoping that this isn't going to change the game so much that I barely recognize it. I don't want it to get too stale out there because I do like special weapons. They add a lot of flavor to the game with the supers as well, because some of the special weapons used to counter supers. Snipers, shotguns, those are things that you would need in order to compete with those timings, but they may still be the same if it's still the 9-minute mark for heavy ammo or special ammo. So there's a lot of things that may change, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm Paper, cut to you with Planet Destiny, and I'll see you guys next time.